Traditionally forgotten when talking about the colonization of the Americas, the Norse people are an important piece of European migration, albeit removed from the believed model by nearly 500 years. The Norse colonization of the Americas began as early as 10th century CE, when Vikings discovered and settled areas of the North Atlantic, comprising the northeastern outer reaches of North America. The Norse colony in Greenland continued on for almost 500 years. Continental North American settlements were small and did not grow into lasting colonies. While expeditions, for instance to get lumber, are likely to have befallen for some time, there is no indication of lasting Norse settlements on inland North America. Unlike other European colonists, the Norse slowly made their way across the Atlantic. According to the sagas of Icelanders, Norsemen from Iceland first established Greenland in the 980s. There is no special aim to distrust the authorities of the evidence that the saga sources concerning the very beginning of the settlement, but they cannot be treated as primary evidence for the history of Norse Greenland because they exemplify the mythical fixations of writers and listeners in medieval Iceland that are not always trustworthy. Eric the Red, having been exiled from Iceland for manslaughter, supposedly traveled the unpopulated southwestern coast of Greenland during the 3 years of his expulsion. He made plans to lure colonists to the area, even tenaciously selecting the name Greenland to entice possible colonists, saying that people would be more willing to go there since the land had a decent name. Interaction in the New World was inevitable. There is evidence of Norse trade with the natives, called skrælings by the Vikings. The Norse would have stumbled upon both Native Americans and the Thule, ancestors of the Inuit. Objects such as comb fragments, pieces of iron cooking utensils, chess pieces, iron chisels, ship rivets, carpenter's planes, and oaken ships remain used in Inuit boats have been found far beyond the traditional range of Norse colonization. There has also been a small ivory statue found among the ruins of an Inuit community house that seemed to epitomize a European. The closest interaction to the United States with Norse settlers that we are certain about is in Canada. Vinland was the name given to an expanse of North America by Norse Vikings, discovered by Norseman Leif Erikson, allegedly the first European to see the New World. Archaeology has given support to the long-held notion that Old Norse sagas show Vikings reached North America at 1000 CE, roughly 5 centuries prior to the voyages of Christopher Columbus in 1492. In 1960, archaeological evidence of the only known Norse settlement in North America, outside Greenland, was found at Lance o' Meadows, on the northern tip of the Isle of Newfoundland. This showed decisively the Vikings' pre-Columbian finding of North America. Before the archaeologists made their finding, Vinland was the focus of many stories, myths, and fantasies which date to about 1300 CE. The folk tales have been examined to explore how medieval people theorized their world. There have been many attempts to create an inland presence of Viking culture in the United States. Many of the relics that come from Viking aspects to the Norse Greenlanders have been discovered in Canada, predominantly on Baffin Island and in northern Labrador. A late 11th century Norwegian penny with a hole for threading on a necklace has also been found in Maine. There is disagreement about the genuineness of the small penny, and its findings by an amateur archaeologist in 1957 have become debated. Inquiries have been raised whether it was planted as a hoax. Others claimed Norse relics in the area south of the St. Lawrence include a mounting number of stones engraved with runic letters. The Kensington runestone was found in Minnesota, but is largely considered a hoax. The genuineness of the Spirit Pond runestones, recovered in Phippsburg, Maine, is also questioned. Other instances are the Heavener stone and the Shawnee runestone. The age and source of these stones is argued, and so far none have been decisively dated or linked with clear indication of a medieval Norse presence. Why all the forgery? What do people have to gain? Partly, there is a certain notoriety finding a lost artifact that creates a new vision of the past. Partly, there is a cultural sense of pride saying that your people were the first. Generally, this can find itself being racially motivated as well. Regardless, it appears that the push for finding Norse culture in North America has spurned on a heaping helping of pseudo-history that keeps historians on their toes. Remember, you can't believe everything you read or watch.